Welcome back to the channel, Spiritual Gangster. I want to go ahead and at least touch up what I didn't finish off last video, or at least sum it up. And the point of that video, or the point of that video, was that you're not alone, man. You're not alone in what you're going through, what is happening. And to answer a question of one of my trolls, ascending, where are you ascending to? Well, if you've been doing the work, and if you've been actually doing some introspection and some shadow integration and healing thyself, and becoming aware of who you are, of your behavior, of what role you're playing in the matrix, to see what is it you need to do to give back to others, to be a service to others, and to reconnect to yourself, to your higher self, not to the false self and the person that we created, the persona that we created to fit in or to get what we want. Because remember, all this is all old programming. This is all old programming that was given to us, and we walk the facade, we walk the matrix, being a people pleaser, not understanding why you're jumping from relationship to relationship, not understand why you go back to addictions, why you go back to old relationships, or any of that stuff. So that's ascending. If you're understanding that part of yourself, and you're understanding who you are, your true self, because it's all remembering. This is not something new. This is not something that I'm teaching you. This is all a remembering of who you are, like who you truly are, before you became indoctrinated into this society, or whatever it may be. So I just wanted to answer that question of what is ascending and where you're ascending to. Well, to sum that up, it's you're not staying stuck and arguing with these people, being their amusement, because all they're doing, and once you start seeing it, they're just projections. They're projections because they're the ones who are broken when you're at peace. Just be at peace with yourself, and you'll see what ascension process is. So yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here and just give this quick little message, because like I said, my last video, I was going through the sense of I was feeling depressed. But I'm here to remind people, and remind just myself, that you have the power. You have the power within you to change that chemistry, to alchemize that, to start changing that story you give yourself. Like, what story are you telling yourself? What is replaying? And because a lot of this stuff is done unconsciously, we do this just walking with that narrative in our head, or that inner critic that puts you down. That's why it's very important to start becoming aware of these patterns. Not just out there working your 9-to-5 job, or being in that toxic relationship, because that's another one. And we're gonna start touching a little bit more on that stuff as well, is toxic relationships. Because one question that I asked myself is why did you start this channel? And my main reason for me to start this channel was to bring awareness of the covert narcissist. But in that development and in that process, that awareness of sharing, I also asked myself the question, if that's what they are, the covert narcissists, or whatever it may be, what does that make you? What does that make you, Johnny? So that has helped me in my own transition, in my own development of understanding self, your true self, your higher self. That's why I'm saying it's easy to go back into the matrix if you don't understand yourself. And you have to, and going back to what I was saying in my last videos, you have to move with intention. Moving with intention is huge. Embody who you want to become. And it's okay to have hiccups. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have these feelings. Because remember, you're changing old negative programming. So, and the ego doesn't like change. The ego hates discomfort. It doesn't want to. It wants to be stuck in that poverty mindset, or whatever it may be that's holding you back. What's holding you back from moving forward. And the only way, like I said last video, you have to move with intention. You have to you have to become aware of that voice, of those inner critics, of those old negative beliefs. You have to be aware of it. And the more you're aware of it, it becomes to start changing your behavior, and you reacting instead of responding, And it all takes practice, guys. Like I said, if you make the mistakes, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Encourage it, because that's the only way you're gonna learn, is by making the mistakes. But like I said, it's not just making the mistakes, but it's learning from it and releasing, letting it go. I think that's the only message that was coming, at least today, to me, that I wanted to share, at least to put out